So I'm just going to kind of share a little behind the scenes today with the tiny house, with this house, with our life. The tiny house has really been a struggle lately. We need to financially make some decisions that's going to help us get forward, and we've been stuck for far too long. Let me tell you something that's going to sound really crazy.
Coming. I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight. I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore.
Friend, you sit on your bum.
7 years now.
Because it's not safe, she could
We all
fall.
know where we belong, just wait. Wait for our home to show on the horizon, soon we'll be there. Hold on tight. I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just
Well, I wanted to kind of sit down and talk to you guys about what's been going on in our life lately, because it's pretty real and a little bit vulnerable. And I don't always make videos like this, but I do try to keep it as real as possible, as always, with you guys. So I'm just going to kind of share a little behind the scenes today with the tiny house, with this house, with our life. I don't even know where to start, honestly. I feel like I have so much to say, but not really that much to say. But I guess I'll just start at the beginning. Where is the beginning? If you've been around for a long time, this house probably looks familiar to you because I have spent a lot of time here. This is the house where Franny was born. And I used to do some respite work here. And then once Franny was born, I decided to step back from doing that because it's just a lot. Let me explain what respite is in this house anyways. So the homeowner, she's a really good friend of ours, and she has two clients that live downstairs. One has autism and one has short-term memory loss. So they do require some assistance / kind of care a little bit. I mostly just do all of the cooking. I make their meals, pack their lunches, and make sure that their meds are delivered to them properly, and just little things here and there that they might need help with. When I used to do this job, it was a lot because we moved our entire family into this house because I live here. In this house, I care for 2 adults, 2 dogs, 3 cats, now 2 cats. And when we bring in our family, it's my husband, my child, now my 2 children, our 2 dogs, and our cat as well. That's Charlie. This time around, Chad and I agreed it would be easiest if he stayed at the tiny house with all of the animals, and I'm here with the kids. Floyd has been going back and forth when Chad's not working. When he works, he leaves at 5 a.m., so it's not really that easy for Floyd to stay there. So on the weekends or days off, Floyd will spend some time at the tiny house. And this weekend, Franny will also be going to the tiny house because I am night weaning her. That is actually a whole nother story. There's a big reason behind that, why I needed to do that. And I'll share also my weaning experience with Franny because it was different with Franny than Floyd. Make sure you subscribe. So how did I end up here if I quit this job? Well, that's a bit of a messy story too. My best friend, she took over the job when I decided that I wasn't going to do it anymore. But it just wasn't working for her and for the homeowner anymore. And they kind of figured this out very last minute while I was in Mexico The homeowner here was literally leaving the day after I got back. When they discovered that it wasn't going to work out between the two of them, she asked me if I would just do a week here, and then her daughter would kind of come in and do the rest. And then once I was here for the week, I realized that the universe works in mysterious ways, doesn't it? And financially, I really needed this job, even though I didn't want it and I didn't plan on taking it. And I didn't take it from my girlfriend. She just decided it wasn't going to work for her. And so this job landed at my feet, and I just really financially needed it. And I agreed to do it again. And then this time around, with Chad staying at the tiny house and the kids kind of bouncing back and forth, it is a lot easier on me. Can be chaos here sometimes. There's a lot of bodies that need only me. That in its own way is kind of a challenge too, because now my husband and I are apart and we miss each other so much. I kind of touched on why I am here financially. The tiny house has really been a struggle lately, and we need to financially make some decisions that's going to help us get forward, and we've been stuck for far too long. It feels like we've just been walking through the mud. If you have been around our channel for a long time, over a year ago, you may remember me talking about us not having hot water. Well, yes, it has been over a year living in our tiny house without hot water. In the summertime, it wasn't so bad because, or spring and fall too, we have an outdoor tankless water heater, and Chad built a shower, and there's a bathtub outside, so we could shower and bathe if we wanted to outside. But in the wintertime, it was just too cold. I could not go outside and shower. Even if I was having a hot shower, it was too cold to stand outside. And the kids, like, no way. It wasn't not going to happen. So we would go to the pool to shower mostly, and the kids, great for the kids. They absolutely love that. And honestly, you may be thinking, how do I live so long without hot water? Or why? You might be thinking, why don't we have hot water? That's probably what you're thinking. And it's because we have a tankless water heater, and we have absolutely no idea why it's not working. It's been a year and a half. So please remember that we have tried everything that we can find on the internet, that anyone has suggested. We have tried everything to make this thing work. And what we need to do is call a plumber to come and look at it. And we just assume, which is never a good idea, that the reason it's not working is because we need a new one, which costs thousands of dollars that we just don't have. So first, it's a minimum of about $200 just to get someone to come and tell us that. But there is a chance that that's not the problem. And then in that case, either we need to buy a brand new machine or we need to pay someone to fix the problem that we're having. So either way, it's just going to cost a bunch of money that we don't have. Honestly, after a while, you just get really used to not having hot water. It wasn't really a problem until it became winter. I boil water to do the dishes, and yeah, summertime was just easy. You don't really need hot water, and if you need to shower, we had an outdoor shower, so our needs were still being met. It just was a little inconvenient at times. And then my oven broke at home. My poor tiny house oven. It's a shame because I keep on saying that I want to redo the entire kitchen. I want to rip out the counters, rip out that oven, put in a new one, and kind of change the layout, how our kitchen works in the tiny house, because it's less than ideal, but it's been like that for almost 5 years we've been in the tiny house. So we're going to need a new oven, and that's a couple $100s too. Do I replace just the oven because that's what I need? Or if I have intentions of redoing the whole kitchen, do I just wait and redo the whole kitchen? Either way, these things are going to cost money, which we just don't have to spare right now. Let me tell you something that's going to sound really crazy. We booked a trip to Amsterdam, Chad and I, without the kids. So how can we afford to go to Amsterdam if we can't even afford to fix our house? I know, it's crazy. When 2020 happened, we had all of these trips booked, and then I got vouchers for them because I still wanted to go on the trips, and I knew it would probably be hard for me to save that kind of money to pay for them again. Our voucher expires at the end of the year, so we need to use it now, and I cannot get my money back. So the flight to Amsterdam cost us nothing right now. I paid for this 5 years ago. And so we will be staying in Airbnbs, and we tend to stay on the cheaper end of things. And it's not going to cost us a fortune to go because it will just be the two of us. Our flights are paid for. We just had to pay for our Airbnb, which I think I got 8 days. I think we're staying there for under $1,000. So it wasn't a lot of money to get us there. And once we're there, we're like ride bikes around, enjoy the view kind of people. When we travel, we do not spend a lot of money. We buy groceries, we cook at home, we don't eat out, we don't drink, we're not very frivolous people. We're just kind of want to sit and be and enjoy our surroundings kind of people. But we do have some exciting things that we're going to do there. I'm not going to talk too much about that because that's for later. So yeah, are we crazy? I don't know. I do feel a little bit crazy. I do feel like I'm losing it a little bit, trying to keep all of these things in order. I do not financially support our family really in any way, except for my sales I make on the Facebook Marketplace sometimes. I'll link last week's video here. This job is income, and that is what we need right now. So that's why I'm at the big house. I'm at the big house to hopefully be able to fix the tiny house up and to hopefully be able to get to Amsterdam. I think we're going to get there. It's just a matter of like how much we do once we are there. I really miss the tiny house though. I am homesick for the tiny house, and I'm homesick for my husband, and I'm homesick for our life there. But I'm also okay with being here right now because this is just what we need. When we moved onto the property where our tiny house is parked right now, our landlord asked us how long we were thinking about living tiny. And at that time we said maybe 4 to 5 years because we knew we were going to have kids and that we wanted to expand eventually. Well, it's been 4 years on this property that we're at now, and he has reminded us that we said 4 to 5 years, and he's asking how much longer it will be. So at some point we have to decide what we're going to do with the tiny house, where we're going to put it. Are we going to stay in it? I'm not ready to make all these decisions, and I'm not sure where our life is headed at this point. I'm so comfortable where I am, which is very rare. I never am. I'm a very transient person. My house is on wheels, and I thought I would be moving that bad boy around more already, but we have some big decisions to make, and we have some financial buckling down to do. I hope in sharing this video with you, it makes you feel a little bit more normal, or makes me seem more normal to you. I want people to know that it's not always rainbows and sunshine all the time. Everybody struggles, especially financially. Like, the economy in the world right now is absolutely insane, and we're all just trying to figure out how to get through it together. So don't feel like you're the only one. Social media is a highlight reel, and so I make videos like this to make sure that we all feel normal and on the same level here, okay? If you want to support me and my family in any way, the best thing you can do that is absolutely free is to subscribe to our channel, and you can like, share, or comment on any of our videos. That doesn't cost you anything at all, and it really helps grow my channel, because at this point my channel does not financially provide for us. To be more open and honest with you, I make about $50 Canadian, which is probably like $40 US a month from my YouTube channel. I make more money doing brand deals, but because I'm a small channel, I don't get offered a lot of really good brand deals yet. This is the year, guys. This is the year. I really want to put my heart into my YouTube channel. I want to be vulnerable and share with you guys real life, real me, what we're doing. And I'm going to try to put out content super regular for you. I want to connect with you. I want to talk to you. I want you guys to comment and tell me what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're going through. Make me feel normal too. I want to end on a more positive note though. So I want to share kind of some things that are helping me mentally get through these highs and lows I've been experiencing lately, especially after a few days ago. The beginning of this video that you watched was a few days ago, because after the doorbell rang and I found out what happened to the cat, I was pretty blue there for the rest of the day. I just couldn't bring myself to film. But it was kind of also a really great time of reflection for me to remember that when you are feeling so blue or down or stuck, or that like nothing is working out for you and you feel like you're constantly trying to get through the mud and you're just not yet, take a breath and know that this too shall pass. There will always be highs and there will always be lows. But without the really low lows, we wouldn't know what a high high is like. We need to feel all the range of emotions, all the ups and all the downs. And if anything, that's what my children have taught me most, is it's okay to feel extreme emotions and sit with them and accept them, but then also to let them go when you're ready. So let's just do a little affirmation together. Will you guys say this with me, okay? I can do hard things, and I am capable of making any dream come true. And this will get better in time. Thanks for watching.